Hello everybody and welcome to my review of One Piece chapter 988. Half expected to see a Sulong Nekomamushi and Inuyasha by the end of this chapter, but I assume we're going to have to wait 2 weeks because we're on break next week. But we did get to see some Sulong Minks in the form of the Musketeers, Sicilian and Company. They're the ones that transformed into the Sulong forms. It looked beastly, don't get me wrong, but I think Oda's just going to keep Nekomamushi and Inuyasha as a surprise. If they go into Sulong form, what are they going to do against Kaido? So, and Kaido in his dragon form, but by the beginning of this chapter, was laughing like whoa, 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 like he does in his dragon form. So Kaido very confident, despite the fact there's a full moon, there's about to be an army full of minks. We do get to see Kara in this chapter, but I don't know if she's noticed the moon or she's just ignoring it, because obviously she's with Nami right now. So that'll be coming in handy against Big Mom. We start off the cover page. The gag between Lola, Chiffon, and Pound continues because it looks like being captured by the Marines. He is in the ocean, is in the sea, and he's giving chase to Capone's ship. So the gag continues. I figured it had to be leading to somewhere other than Chiffon and Lola doubting this guy's a father. Because if you look at the context of this chat, they're like, oh, is that guy really our father? If they didn't believe it, they wouldn't be acknowledging that. So the gag continues. We'll begin the chapter, like I said, with the samurai and obviously the minks about to go into the Sulong forms. And the art in this chapter was amazing. And I love how this chapter starts off. We have Kaido and then we see Jack, which is interesting because Inuyasha and Nekomamushi said they were going to use this trump card for Jack. Confident. And keep in mind, like, Jack was kept at bay for 5 days while Nekomamushi and Inuyasha swapped. They swapped positions and they attacked Jack. Jack got the upper hand because of the poison gas of Caesar. So we'll see what they can do against Kaido. And I do like how it ties into Rizo, because like, Protect Zone in the first place was to cover the whereabouts of Rizo. So it all comes full circle. We get to see the minks go all out. There's one minx with the horns. I kind of like that. The background, like just the group of minks just staring at Kaido. They're gonna take down the Beast Fodder, Pirate Beast Fodder. So, and then they proceed to call in. Oh, we have something too. We have the numbers. So number 7 gets summoned. We don't get to see him, although we just see a shockwave on top of the skull, and that's where it cuts. And we'll see how the minks fare against one of the numbers. Also, I'm pretty sure Chopper and Usopp are also going to fight a number. That should be pretty cool. So we go to my favorite part of the chapter, and that's where we get to the execution platform. We have the calamities in the background because obviously Kaido is not there. They're obviously keeping watch on Momonosuke, but the thing is, Shinobu takes this opportunity to sneak up to try and free Momonosuke. King notices this shit immediately, and Shinobu's like, "Oh crap!" Like, she gets caught. She gets thrown off top of the palace, off of the execution platform. If you know, she gets sent through one of the buildings, so she gets the rough treatment. We have the chains being shattered and Momonosuke's free, and immediately we find out that it's Sanji. So he's floating. I expected Sanji to I actually said in my last review, I expected Sanji and Zoro to appear in this chapter. We didn't get to see Zoro, we did get to see Sanji. He's the one that saved Momonosuke, and I find that cool because out of the entire Straw Hat crew, I think Momonosuke is the one that pisses off Sanji the most because of his perverted tendencies as a child. So Sanji being the one to free Momonosuke, I never expected it, but it makes sense given his abilities, because we actually get to see Sanji briefly clash with a first level Yonko commander. I mean, in Whole Cake Island, he was able to dodge a shot from Katakuri after using observation hockey. So here he's able to momentarily block King while have Momonosuke in his hand. So that's pretty cool. Keep in mind, King was in base mode. So Sanji throws Momonosuke over to Shinobu to take care of Momo. Like how Sanji gives Momonosuke props for actually standing up to Kaido and telling him his name back then. So that was cool on Sanji's behalf. Unfortunately, though, literally after King transforms into his own type form, he pierces Sanji with his armor. And if you remember back between the fight between Page 1 and Sanji, while he's wearing a raid suit, Law said that suit is meant to protect from light attacks, so I'm gonna die with a hole in my belly. So it was pierced by King, and then we just see it crash into the ground. And I think I actually said when we got the episode I said the way the King fights kind of reminds me. It'd be kind of cool to see him clash with Sanji because they both clash in aerial. Yeah, so in this chapter confirmed like King's gonna go to Zoro. Like there's no question about it now. Like I don't know what happened to Sanji because he got thrown into the ground because it cuts to like Yamato and Luffy having a conversation, and Luffy's like, "Yo, Yamato, I'm gonna leave Momonosuke to you." And while this is going on, notice while they're having the conversation, see Ulti clashing with Yamato, and Yamato's not even paying attention. Like so. Either Yamato is above Ulti in base mode, or Ulti's just holding, like, you're just not caring at all. But you can tell she's pissed because you see a steam cloud. So, yeah. So, I want to see more of that. Like I said, it's a good opportunity to showcase how strong she is. Kind of looks like she's pretty strong if she's not paying attention to Ulti. When Ulti was about to force Luffy to go Gear 4. So, we know how tough she is. But in comparison to Yamato, we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of tough, we have Big Mom about to attack Luffy. Like, oh, you bastards, you're always causing trouble for us. So she attacks with Napoleon, and she uses Ikoku Sovereignty. She pierces the execution platform of the palace. But if you notice, Luffy was able to dodge it, so that's pretty cool. He doesn't use Gear 3, he doesn't use Haki. We don't see him use Rio. So I'm wondering if they're going to, because Luffy literally says, I want to get up there too. He's obviously talking about, if he's talking about Kaido, it's like Luffy isn't bothered about dealing with Big Mom right now. So that's kind of upsetting because it looks like that's going to be put on hold. But on the other hand, if that's the case, then it could also mean that if Luffy were to fight Big Mom, number one, he'd be totally exhausted about Kaido anyway. But I would have liked to see what Luffy could do with his Rio against the Yonko before he clashes with the Kaido, but I'm guessing Oda is going to save that for surprise for Kaido. Now Nami's apparently reclaimed Zeus, but there's a tug of war going on because obviously Big Mom is threatening Zeus. Like, if you don't obey me, I'm going to extinguish your soul. Nami's side with me or Mama, and we find out that he does in fact side with Big Mom. Nami gets incredibly pissed, or either that or she's acting. She has incredible acting skills because she's like, I hate you, you and me are over. Then this chapter ends in perhaps the most random way possible, like out of nowhere. Frankie and Brooke come in the motorcycle and just smash Big Mom in the face while Big Mom's about to attack Nami. And that's how the chapter ends. So that's a pretty cool entrance for Frankie and Brooke, not gonna lie. But it was just completely random and out there. It would be hilarious if Frankie and Brooke just one-shotted a Yonko with a motorcycle, but no, just look at the close-up of Big Mom. Like, she's on the ground, it did some damage, but she's gonna be pissed. It's like, she may go out in a berserk mode, we'll find out. It kind of like, it's reinforcing the fact that most of the Straw Hats are already there, we'll just wait for the rest now. We know Usopp and Chopper are probably on the way, but they might fight. They're probably going to fight a number. Zoro's definitely on the way. Said Oda putting on hold the Sulong forms of Nekomamushi in Igarashi, and that's fine because it's probably going to be some hype anyway. So that's going to be a chapter in its own right. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Let me know what you guys thought. I thought it was an okay chapter. That's going to do it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought. If you like the review, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. Helps out the channel as well as these videos. Subscribe channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.